game back kid. A tight game between these two sides. Earlier on, Temani etiti hona make actual say a purely tactical game. From me perspective, baby I meti am you game no. Because a too many jessa omusua de. Enfa won say Enzo Maresca ye ka top coaches a yemfa nenka ho. Arteta afi no nyina eba. By a true games be saying a ya hwe approach attitude anyhow o musi to o nioma. Enti amasa two coaches no ye tagi o say o me purely tactical. Time bi on person players ne ball according to instruction. And yes ababe rag game no. Two clubs ni nyina confidence e wo soro. Because midweek in the UEFA Champions League, Chelsea che Barcelona share 3. Arsenal che Bayern share 3-1. And it is a check Chelsea ne Arsenal mo che Barcelona ne Bayern asho mo respectively. Ano mo nyina esa ba be hia nyame ado match na obi a confidence odi real game nim no e was through because say ko game bi say na before that game utimi nya a convincing win. Good performance e di rema eye na eye e boost confidence e wo eye camp. So you ba be two teams a obi a real game nim no ken sanka ya de say Chelsea real game nim omo de defeat bebre na ewrem Arsenal real game nim omo de defeat bebre na ewrem a obeka say emma confidence na nkosoro by way do obi a real game nim a obi a confidence level no e wo so since 1907 ebesi ne two clubs no about 211 games between Arsenal 10 Chelsea. Out of 211 games, Arsenal win 84. Chelsea win 66. And they 61 about draw. And from 1907, between these two clubs, come to since some aboni nano. A year Arsenal, enya wins ne do bona. Again, Sabe check here. Nancy omumi enusia ekosen. And obi a washa Chelsea ne Arsenal nancy biano. Omo taisia a going in favor of Arsenal. So the last time you said Chelsea in Pokra 3 points every Arsenal hono. Na a year 2021. Abra Chelsea show mo. Lukaku she go. Aris James she go. Na a year Thomas Tuchel and a coach Chelsea bo go. Thomas Tuchel free Chelsea. Graham Potter abesum. Lampard abesum bi. Pochettino abesum and Enzo Maresca. So 4 different coaches. I had been so many Nabeshia Arsenal beat Arsenal. So recently, Arsenal share Chelsea biana Arsenal get good results ahead of Chelsea. And ki football you need say obi ebo fear. Team na ubo fear no you expect say obe dominate opponent. But again, now say Chelsea tina Stamford Bridge biana I had been so mbese Arsenal. E wo Chelsea anka se fie. And it is what check here the last time Premier League Chelsea share Arsenal was in 2018. And now we can say Marcos Alonso nya the winning goal. Since then, I had been say Chelsea bet in a Premier League. I say Arsenal. It is a compare two clubs in the recent meetings. Arsenal say on that Chelsea so which a fact. Then again, Oba show be a current performance. Premier League in say. And Obi of your football, Obi of your Premier League ending watch near. Arsenal near Chelsea near currently. Arsenal are slightly above Chelsea in the Premier League. That's the reason why Arsenal can't Chelsea tosum yenu. It is a check records, check stars, check bibiana on paper. Obi Bekatro say Arsenal was a slim advantage over Chelsea based on a more recent performance. Obi a current performance no. Obeka say Arsenal mu do kakra because dan say Oshia Chelsea or Taisha Chelsea. But so say game we no Oba be right Chelsea off Debbie. Because Chelsea for prove time without number say match and call for target Chelsea say on to me with no and na Chelsea surprising it back. And Chelsea bebo PSG no a surprise am for Chelsea beche Barcelona or beche na sheniye abuniye a dominate Barcelona. And to say who kwa kwishia Chelsea Chelsea was our mentality, was our mental toughness, somebody be facing any top club. Chelsea nya sa akukudro no. Chelsea nya sa ahotos won say omo nsuro team bia, omo nsuro opponent, omo nsuro player bi ombe hye omo. Chelsea nya sa adwen no. Enti in as much as Arsenal nan say omo say Chelsea no kin, game we be a different game. Enquire to say previous game no. Enti me ngina previous game ne so. Enfran conclude say enam say de bia nan say Arsenal and dominated Chelsea in Intino. And Quack the same story, there be a different game altogether. Ken, and when you may analyze the game no between the Sano. It seems that Mame Enzo Maresca ne Arteta. Also, Munano almost passé through the same ranks. Pep Guardiola. Masha Arsenal and Arteta. Enzo Maresca and Chelsea. Almost town in the same. Saman for dream baswa. How I say Chelsea bobo and how I Arsenal bobo no. Difference no enya white sir. Difference no enya bebre. Similarities in the door so pa. And then offer Enzo Maresca say oboba. Me a lot of changes on paper. 4 at the back, 2 central midfielders. Entebaya 4-2-3-1 on paper. Arteta ebaya 4-3-3 on paper. Enzo Maresca tactically say okrabo na. Enzo Maresca epe positional play or focus on control. Open midfield movements on person the midfielders ni be gina be bi faako. Time biano or expect so be exploit spaces. Now we utilizing the width no. Ene papa friend say Enzo Maresca. Ye lusuba Yandre on Yanjabo, Yan press on Yanjabo. Now you're making sure you best stop opponent from counter attack. The same thing applies to Arteta. Or pursue Crabo Nibi. Or utilizing the weight, no? Midfielders movie. And to obia tactical approach in the difference any. And to Kenyan Sassy and Yan similarities now make. Chelsea air build the upper. Mostly in big games. Say Obebo big game biana. Mostly setting no about Chelsea no okra a solid right winger. Enzo Maresca and time Kukureya. Inverting Konenim Bebre. Omu ukra ball na in possession or build up no. Or make sure say Kukureya beka the 2 center backs no. No my 3. So anytime you Chelsea be share a big side and that's a tough game. Our opponent ni kra a solid right winger no. Omu build it up Kukureya a part of the back 3. Then ni 2 central midfielders no. Baako beko nanim so mostly say obebo Reece James no aba branch friend say kai said won finfin ho a eya na Reece James obemo na ko nanim na Enzo Fernandez are operating as a number 10 so in Chelsea build up no in finfin ho opedobo number 10 then the right fullback of Chelsea say be Malo Gusto no amani njire chire ho Malo Gusto mo beko nanim bebre na afidi free the right winger say Esteban ne beba Esteban so be move inside. So anytime we are Chelsea be build it up, obeshia big team, obeshia team omukra a solid right winger biano. Chelsea build it up. The 3-2-5. Open numbers in the midfield. You expand the opponent and utilize the weight. At the same time, you making sure say you benya numbers no won fin ho. We Enzo Maresca in big games. Na kwahwe Arteta de no. In big games, Arteta so making sure say ni fullback ne ba ko beka. Na the fullback no akwa ye 3. Na one player akwa ka Zubimendi hu on finfi ho. Na akwa ye 3-2 build up. One of the fullback ne be join the attack. No akwa ye 5. Na midfielder baako Declan Rice act as a box to box. It is a Osha Chelsea build up na Osha Arsenal build up no in big games are Kenan Sesa. Omo nyina build up akwa ye the same. That's the reason why I can. And then offer Chelsea boku na. Say yen create yen shegu and big problem in farmer Chelsea. Obesa chances no. By say yen create yen shegu Chelsea mbre. Yen create from the central midfield zone. From the wide area both left and right Chelsea mbre. And it is a which Chelsea 23 goals I watch Premier League. Yen try the breakdown. Chelsea has 23 goals in the Premier League. Open play 12 and representing 52%. Set pieces 8 at the side your kind and representing 35%. Counter attack or the 2 nashe and representing 9%. And the Chelsea goals or mashe our Premier League nimnano or better may use open play the ashe. Or better may use counter the ashe. Or better may use set piece the ashe. Nashe Arsenal so dear. Arsenal goals or mashe in the Premier League 24. Open play was 11 and representing 46%. Set pieces was 10 and representing 42%. Counter attack or the Ashibi. And the reason why Chelsea has 23 goals, Arsenal has 24. And they just one goal and Arsenal has Chelsea in the Premier League. And two nationalize two coaches now. Bona Arsenal boli nyina no. On share goals be bring say Chelsea just one goal. Arsenal share 24, Chelsea share 23. Obi etimi use counter, obi etimi use open play, obi etimi use set piece. So in terms of attack, omo nyina shape in big games the same. And nyame adom e chena game no. Say two clubs ni share goal enyemwa. Both team to score eto enyemwa. Say Chelsea share goal enyemwa. Arsenal share goal game na enyemwa because two clubs are on ability to create and score different approach, different style the same. By difference what Chelsea ne Arsenal kwa mo fa so defend it. Season wey na adia Arsenal for beat Chelsea how we defend it. All these two clubs are yakin no. Omo net me use 3 blocks in football. Football who defend here, who bet me use 3 blocks. Who bet me use 2 blocks and also bet me use a single block. That's the reason why I can say team be defending in 3 defensive line. Or shall see defending from opposition 10. Arsenal me defending from defending from opposition 10. Chelsea me defending from opposition 10. It is a Chelsea case obey you the 3DL, the 3 defensive line. Or shall see pressing opponent from opponent in the half. And Chelsea pressing opponent from the half or call man to man. Chelsea mark play bia. And me in Komechi may you so be a current game or be a last game or boy proud to this game. Chelsea boy against Barcelona. Mami Chelsea against Barcelona. Or man to man press. Be part anyway, man to man press no. Or be a man to man press. Or the for me. Anytime you be press be man to man. Chelsea make sure say and now say Arsenal no Okosiano no Arsenal build it from the back. Enti you close Arsenal na ye make sure say Arsenal players ye be mark you be a man to man. Ye be for be enti say Arsenal build it from a chiro. Na e was Saliba ho e Calafiori na bebo e Timber na bebo. Chelsea be make sure say o many more for no obi be mark Chelsea players na baako. Then again, mami Arsenal against Bayern. Arsenal so called man to man. Say Arsenal so be use the 3 defensive line because Chelsea so build it from the back. Where Arsenal against Bayern or be called man to man. And one similarities na room no. Obia defending no use high press now or come man to man. By difference, Arsenal team defensively or solid no. Say you drop from high. Now you about the mid and I see about the low now. And now Arsenal. I was so saying Chelsea. Because Chelsea drop from high defensive, high pressing and as a high block no. Now about the middle. Chelsea still now no focus on man to man. And anytime we Chelsea ever call the mid block and I say obe drop from high no na oba infimfin no or come man to man. Where your last game against Barcelona. And Chelsea say opponent ne ball ni be infimfin wa. Rhys James, Enzo Fernandez, Caicedo o make sure say so Arsenal midfielders no on be close your man to man. And you most likely say Arsenal be use Marino. Obe use Abrante Francis will be made on Finfi ho. Obe use Declan Rice. Obe use Eberechi Eze. Adi a Chelsea ni Enzo Maresca be trying to say. Time bi na was Declan Rice. Abrante Francis Caicedo. I was Enzo Fernandez. I was Rhys James. And mark Arsenal 4 players the man to man. But in the case of Arsenal, say omo drop over Finfi aken omo come to man. Say Arsenal drop over Finfi pe. Omo call the zona. Omo try say ombe cover the area. Our opponent name for ball number. Unlike Arsenal, Chelsea, Diana, a ban finfi or command to man. Arsenal in the midfield. So or drop over the mid blocker. Or be call the zonal marking, traditional zonal marking. Zonal marking your defensive strategy. They mark the area of the pitch, a certain area of the pitch. So Adia Arsenal 4 year in terms of the mid block near say Chelsea Krabwa. Born be di Rhys James so. Abedi Enzo Fernandez so. Ababa be di Caicedo ho. Sa space no any passing lane now benyano and na Arsenal be try say or be stop it. That's the difference between Arsenal and Chelsea in terms of defense. And as so many now start dropping about the Oman Kasa half. Say almost city deeper. And na Arsenal dey any effective because Chelsea can say or city deep no will say defend there. Ni focus a man oriented marking. And the time be an midfielders no instead of some close normal bang almost center backs normal last defensive line no. Almost just space. Because Chelsea defending a woman kasa half. Omo try say call the man oriented. Omo focus no ball so. Opponent ne so. And to say Arsenal to me the ball ne ko nanima. Chelsea defending Bukayo Saka the crab ball na. Chelsea for be try say Kukureya make sure say ube close no. Et say do the Lamine Yamal. Say ball ne be call the right side oh. na maybe say Martinelli ne be shase Trossard ne be shase Malo Gusto make sure say obe kolosi sa player no enti say wo check Chelsea wey omo last defensive line no by midfielders no omo nye close to the last line more space in between the midfielders and the defensive line na ma me Arsenal dey no Arsenal omo city deeper Arsenal king na omo ye very close enti yabo season every the best defensive team in the Premier League Arsenal. So nyame adom e china game no the difference between Arsenal and Chelsea how Arsenal defending. Adia Arsenal bro Chelsea so how Arsenal Arsenal defend better as Chelsea. So game not nasia you will say key points I be mo be winning game no. The be mo be winning game no wa with intensity no obetima sustain throughout the 90 minutes. Because Obia put any style of playing similar. And to when the betima sustaining the intensity no throughout the game, the first key point. The second one, when the betima early passes because Obia tries to stopping the opponent from the passes. And to when the betimi amasa early quick passes no, Obia would bring us from here sharp. Let's not forget Garnacho Esteban Nebaba, Se Pedro Neto Nebaba, Se Bone Beto space, and betima Rania Kofa. The same thing applies to Trossard and Bukayo Saka. And to when the betima sa early passes no, and they are command the wingers no. Which a be key. When the bit must stay compact in transitions. And another key point a bit more winning game no. The movements by Ken. Game we know the heartbeat of this game. The midfield battle. Game that you're witnessing now. The heartbeat of this game. The midfield battle. Chelsea. Likely Reece James, Caicedo, then Enzo Fernandez. Arsenal likely they can rise. Zubimendi and Eberichi Eze. Do be winning midfield no ken or no and the winning game because the heartbeat of this game is the midfield battle. Game here tactical, ube here individual brilliance. No matter game no. Ube here a good bench no matter assistant game no. It is a so many day no be a tactics here juma. A day na Enzo Fernandez bet my yama Chelsea versus a game no. A day na Caicedo bet my Ediana na Kukureya betimaye, Ediana na Esteban obeye, Ediana na Pedro Neto obeye. Individual brilliance ever play a key role because a two quote is some here tactical. And in purely tactical games, here individual brilliance will be to master your madiamau. So tactically, you may cost you the match Chelsea in Arsenal. Diana Bukayo Saka beye or the best game no. Diana Beriche Ezebeye, Diana Declan Rice beye. Opi player every bench a bar, obetima be influence game no. Deal up every bench a obetima be influence. Gating sebo betima ba be influence. Se Arsenal teta ye substitution Madrid ke ebo betima be asisa game no. Martinelli betima be sesa. Odegaard betima ba be sesa na ken. Adia betima kan wo game nim. Say enkoye goalless. Ye be hu two clubs on be biema bobo. Likely both team to score. But currently as it stands now, game no even. E wo me books ni. By both team to score at least 2 or more goals, you will see who was a game with him. Because a game back, you ain't mean correct by a draw 0-0. There be 2 teams in Yano, 2 teams again. Or more you good football. Or more discipline. Until you witness a good game. Nyame Aduma, Manchester City ever against Leeds, and your match be a me expect City so be winning. Very same. Until I make us say, and your match be a match. O me nyan analysis me boss na me ko there be me boss na me concern ko foba ko twa bet enti na me ka se we nya match bia o se Man City me boss wako Man City me boss wako on see Man City me expect so be win on some last 2 games so mun timi win so me expect so be to be win at least Chelsea Arsenal Obo Crystal Palace ni United king match with Misoma United.
And they game man rush.
Misoma United. Misoma United. Only the reason why. Nancy Crystal Palace, Manchester Intimation.
Na Crystal Palace, the United go. That's teams
I can see no.
Since the one they shadow.
I heard it.
Teams I can say one they Crystal Palace or yeah. And Arsenal home.
Arsenal team e channel.
Yeah, so we be team.
Only say Crystal Palace fee no. In the last 5 games on the Manchester United about Manchester team ko share no. The last 5. And o check Premier League 20 clubs are. Omo possess kese kra no. 1 team I friend say Burnley. no about Brentford, no about Crystal Palace.
Because you're Mateta.
On for possession. So idea Oliver Glasner here say ope defensive solidity. No a pay a direct boss and a quick transition. Because nenim hono owojidie say Ismail Assar da ho, Pino da ho, and Abrante fence Mateta da ho. And Ken say we further reading and further research about football. Uko share team or your transitional team idea un here a counter pressing, regrouping, ube here positional discipline. No ababa be here say obe passing lanes. Sa nyoma 5 we and Manchester United dey be here wo game nim. A game back wa favorite wo game nim no e team e friend say Crystal Palace. Difficult game for Manchester United. And then Barcelona esusu di ni birthday and obesa bo game ene.
The Barca say
say 126 years.
126.
Yes. Yes. Happy birthday Barcelona. Playing against Alaves. Wakwa kolusu painful defeat.
26 years or just as
yeah, you oh, yes, you
oh, yes,
you Ken Wakwa kolusu against Chelsea. Who do birthday ne? Oh, bo Alaves. When you kasa bebre, she never di birthday no. Let's not forget Barcelona.
Chelsea in the shop. Alaves, you are question do.
No, you say that one question. And this is no.
You the match can see the birthday.
But they say match there.
Birthday be banda. Never say Stamford Bridge no be chance.
Okay.
Na what could you three they say o be say Alaves the birthday.
Na you say when you dey.
Alaves the birthday.
Na you say dey no mo fendi.
On see any win.
Bobby wo ho a. On say Bobby wo ho a. Obi bro and you be enyi. O kai Jose Mourinho the first season with Real Madrid. Madrid akofa Di Maria wa akofa Uzel. One bro na Barcelona de bro Real Madrid no. O pa bo wiase 30s never. E bro bi wo ha de Chelsea de Barcelona no. Na sa na ebesie. Enti say Barcelona ni any option by Ken. Ubo season a Barcelona will target. When lose against Chelsea. Okay. No credit by focusing on the target how person will achieve this season. No? So playing against Alaves, you don't have anything to lose. 1 point in the room. Then again, Alaves for your defensive side. And so we share defensive side that making sure some about expansive football. Expansive football here, so players by a lot of movement. Okay. And it's a movement now, and another Rivaldo air catcher Lamine Yamal. So we share team here or city deeper. And what's up about expansive football? And expansive football is dealing with movements. It me expect Barcelona to win. Real Madrid say Obeko Girona so ba ko picking the 3 maximum points.
Okay. Kwame Dela I think say Rivaldo cross na ma adwa match. And say I feel ma adwa ba so pa. Nza Kwame Dela pa konko a.
Oh. Ami ya ma o hayo mo den.
Kakra, umran chan kakra. Na ojina left side, right or side, no my yo side. You do be and as a coach na restriction because of kind restriction.
Tio, and now no more ball ni wie. Chelsea ni Barca ball wie no. Me ti say Rooney e can similar thing say.
Ojina fa ko do.
Game no share no o feel say na we sen Lamine Yamal coach ni man be bo 10. Oba inside as number 10 because na Cucurella. Exactly. And Joe Rivaldo Suswabe can the same thing. So Susu say Lamine Yamal was predictable. Inti na nke wase coach no rotating a kakra. Inti within a matter of few days binye Rooney aka the same thing. Rivaldo aka the same thing. Say Lamine Yamal when who so no it is because he was predictable. Ken the question home they say. Enya wingers nyina na timi ball 10 timi ball 9 timi ball 11 wingers no me left for no a
you do work on 15 timi mo but sa kwa ko be gina chi
nyame ho abotru
Cucurella o
Salah how many times have you seen him on the left
but timi ball as a first match
Ebo how many times have you seen that huh
onko
Bukayo Saka if it is say ye if he left back equal right wing how many times do you see Arsenal playing there or other positions me pacho me bisamu Real Mahrez because in the premiers of the last 10 years classical right wingers are we left footed for no Mahrez Salah was Roche Mahrez there but Mahrez how many times do you see him play other positions see Mahrez was successful because of Kai Walker Salah the success it was also because of Trent Alexander-Arnold time time a Messi sees for not all boggy, you know, it was because of the role of Dani Alves. Last season, Lamine Yamal played well because of Jules Kounde's form last season. Afi Jules Kounde is it's Debiani Patre. It's not Lamine Yamal. So there's no counter movement to be crossed. Akrei so be create move ama space kakra di amano. It is becoming predictable, not because of how Lamine Yamal is playing, but because of the movements around him. As a man of legacy, the press at Wakudis. He's just 18 years. He's not even mastered the craft of playing as a right winger. Young boy Arsenal ni Chelsea ni home komo kakra. Ken, big games say there, any controversies na ebo. Na me said there's a deliberate attempt to shy away from some of the conversations nibi. Estatefi Arsenal buying Munchi, your boy answer job for Secretary. Declarize. One voices Sky say the one in Nimbo. Oh, they declarize a dodgy question, you know. So we open us some moment the same position. Na and the problem being boy open us some canano crap if I was or to a body man no I can't wait the free question. No. And now we will say Enzo Maresca or who beside is the same questions. Oh, or we also somebody the same position. Na declarize Ekwen and Nimbebre, unlike Moises Caicedo. No, so watching no. Ken, yeah, the air cream, yeah, be can be. Me I be see me the man no be to movie. Ken. Ideally, so in fact, almost two teams, you know. So almost a shared 3-man midfielder. Martin Zubimendi, Nejuma Oyeno, and on a Moise Caicedo, Ayo Chelsea. That is when everyone is available. Now Declan Rice, Nejuma Oyeno, and on Enzo Fernandez, Aye, and so Ayo Chelsea. No Martin Odegaard. And I better as a Jumon Bayano, and Canada Kako Palma Bayana one number 10. I know the coach is no place in a dodgy year free. But the truth is that recent games here, Reece James basically is playing more for number 6. Me what? Ama Enzo, Ama Moise Caicedo is playing more of a number 8 so that Enzo will play as a 10. It's the last year there we cannot have that conversation, but this year and that's a recent games in the year. You meet me Kami because it was similar rule. It is also a lie. Said Declan Rice, now saying coach the man who couldn't be and yes, sir. The last time I catch her say the difference between Declan Rice last season and this season, they say this season Declan Rice is always close to Martin Zubimendi because after the Zubimendi have a premiership or adapted into Onyana won't come be unlike last season now Ojad Thomas Tepatewo our number 6. It's the last season. Declan Rice had 9 goals, 10 assists because he was scoring a lot of goals because he was going for it. This season, it is not like that. But what in Commander Mini would say? Declan Rice, the team now only hype. Say, I am one say Caicedo, and the last year, or ball against Real Madrid, no mean a team. And a man of the match back to back and can come on Kietiati. Also being Declan Rice as him. In big games, even against Bayern Munich, he won the man of the match. That guy, low key or Bobo Papa. But young Kanasam. Now sometimes they be a mekao. Oh, Bob big team a boapa. Oh, and yet the very good. That's a pass. Ubi and Kojima no isibon. The context, they say big team no say. Make a big team and you're born like I say like team na one no like media hype basically. Say yes sir. The last bad 12 months, the kind of footballer Declan Rice outbought at the Arsenal. One because Arsenal are not winning anything, so people don't care about them. Chelsea last year, Crankobia and Fio until the Club World Cup. So Declan has been performing at that level, sir, but young Kanasam. But not to say Moise Caicedo is also not doing well. Caicedo come on the Enya Mobeka. We've talked about it so many times. Say 6-1 bosses here and the Akrano at the level no ekoso. It's last year there. Niye team in your comparison no because Baku jina number 6, Baku jina number 8. Into the goals na area, you will not be fair to Moise Caicedo. Because Declan Rice last season, he was going forward a lot. But this season, recent games, and this season, recent games are regimes or partner Moise Caicedo Biano. You are more of doing 8-8 comparison. But what did me tell you say? It's in common. Omumi two class. They should start talking about it. No one guys say they are shying away. Omu person Wobeka and they don't play the same position. In anyways, yeah, awards are kid. Yetimika best midfielders. Meboa. Ye choose best midfielder. Ye choose best midfielder. Ye wakasi ye choose number 6. Best number 6. Ye choose best number 8. Ye choose best number 10. Ye can't win in our boom best midfielders. They are starting ebi a few pro. Best midfielders. Ne daho. We should have this kind of conversation itself. A boy may game building. I said 2 teams to be a slow there. Master, let's have it. It's okay. You can have your opinion. Obviously, me have an opinion. It does not mean that Obi Bobiasam. Declan Rice has been solid. Obi and Canasam. England of one also sometimes I blame them. Boa Declan Rice he boy in Obi and Canasam. Ken. Okay. Abro football na yebon. Before you best start the game, the kind of thinking I go through, no, sometimes we oversimplify it as football fans. Barca Chelsea bebo, oh, highline. But Mariska will not analyze the game only on the high line. Because you need to carry the ball from the goalkeeper to the attack and send the high line so make me pass here for more. It's right from the goalkeeper to the defense to the midfield. Brony say build up. Until you work on your build up because so to me BT Barcelona press no one. And Okwako who's a high line no. But football fans highline, near the Namusa. But you need to start from somewhere. If it does not work, won't do. And not see Barcelona, but Chelsea, Barcelona, but make catch up say the most important thing is the Chelsea's build up. Yeah, we a game, no. Barca for Nankasanu Mutom, so no win to me Chelsea for no press so many. It's me make catch up me that game. Chelsea won the game because of how they built their game up. BT Barca press. Share this game. Chelsea Arsenal. Who is Chelsea coach? You are basing your lineup on Arsenal's strengths. Number 1. Arsenal a team. Watch this say. Second half. Otimiye BBA Otimiye substitution. Emma substitutions bring Arsenal a lot of goals. And by mouth. The statistics speaks for itself. Sir, last season, Arsenal for substitutions, game on the man Arsenal 17 goals. When they assist the count 8 into Arsenal, say second half here, when Mikel Arteta I substitution. And my goal involvement, Makumaku 25 last season. It is oh yeah, okay. What's your statistics now? Now Arsenal strength back home. And they say, oh yes, substitution behind the goals. But what do you do? Then your lineup, you shouldn't put all your Arsenals in the game. And yes, I would do all best players in the game because in the second half, you need to also do proper substitution to tame Arsenal down. Afi, Yamonko baby out. Last time I catch us Arsenal substitutions on Kwamo 25 goal involvement. Season where you're back on Arsenal substitutions in Kwamo 15 goal involvement. 15. This year you're possible say better as 25 no more in the last season. Nature say our bench and sounds why you're stronger more. It's a way Chelsea coach. What do? You look at this. Okay, now I jot it down. Number 1, I need to build a very solid bench. Number 2, me Mariska. Many attempt ball last season. Bako 1-1. Bako or share me 1-0. Bako no share me 1-0 and Mikel Merino share go no set pieces corner. A boy na kwani di ti swap ball share. And go for ya there set pieces. What do I do? Because in that game, me can't pass it. Chelsea for no more green before the game. No more green Arsenal set pieces. No, how are we going to stop Arsenal? It's in that game, Chelsea coach about Fofana as a right back. And about Bediasel, about Levi Cowell, Diku Corella Cajon because of height. And I'll drop him Malo Gusto. Yeah, at the Grano Osrono, Arsenal decided to share no 1-0. And see, you're also looking at, okay, how do I stop Arsenal? No question, my woman said, these are 2 coaches. Omunina was set pieces coaches. Yet, about Nicolas Jova. Yes, Nicolas Jova is doing very well. Arsenal for quite a fast ball with set pieces, you know, and to the beer. Effect. But Bernardo Cueva is also doing well. Cueva, no, a Chelsea 4 set pieces coach. I'm funny if he brings for nearby. He's also doing well because your boss season way Chelsea yanko baby Chelsea has 8 set pieces goals. You say Arsenal the whole world omo the name set pieces but was 10. Just say Chelsea are not far from Arsenal's 10. So Arsenal were 10, Chelsea were 8. This is a Quiver is also doing well, but also so only hype. Oh, come on, no. Nicolas Jova was hype because Arsenal Bobola Nicolas na dane no assistant coach dey bi ogina Mikel Arteta nchen na me kra sa asam na ya menti o mase na assistant coach ni tie kire na chese Nicolas ni gina ni nchen
no say nse dem no so faso
why
Arsenal assistant coach because say Arteta na ye pitch no open na do ba so ye kona case just ye say dem hu do no ye
just Inti hono ya na funny kakra
because say Joker Saba but me so be na start
Merino yeah
Merino ba and the master wo you omu mu kwa say Joker Saba
okay
o withdraw be bre o me jeni mo I don't know much
Merino no wo they be America sa boy no one of the players people underrate them pious guy. Very, very good player.
My last season, this is in country. Few players in the bench.
And position from midfield to attack. Maybe I'll be and he does not complain. He delivers a first robo. The 9 born that form obo. And against, you see, me fear kakrani say. Me share Arsenal versus Bayern Munich. It was a classic game of man to man because Hurricane strengths. They say or drop it deep if I bought to say Mikel Merino the Arabia. But now Arsenal asuma ebia Saliba to me didn't ya call Arsenal pony munina man to man. But Chelsea do not do that. Ni who Chelsea game one say or ball ebia striker ne e ball and as a team no e ball striker or ye force nine or move bebria. Center backs no ebe follow her to the extent say obe ura 18-yard box anymore because honestly, I've seen Chelsea games and now against Barcelona. Not Trevor Chalobah, Eddie Lewandowski, but Lewandowski on drop it deep. Start to say Mikel Merino mobile. I don't know if Merino plays as a false 9. Chelsea will let Trevor Chalobah do that job. So drop it even deep. I want number 6 one or follow now what they are. That would be good. Because Merino, one thing I've observed, no say anytime Arsenal born as a false 9, no. They be able to come in for this normal bubble so that they will create overloads. Ken, me expect Chelsea's usual back four. Me pay changes. Be I say Malo goes to 88 ya inti ahun popunti yemo before front kobo. Kuku Malo, Trevor Chalobah, Wesley Fofana, and again one player one ball recent times say Trevor Chalobah. Onusu low key yankana some.
I think the defenders in one consistent.
Very, very good player. Now saying the ball not back.
Do we require no more than a champion cross and ball?
Oh,
Chalobah.
Just say there or bopa. Inti I want him to play because Chelsea's build-up is very important. Menya sure say Chelsea bebo bonus. Inti Chelsea first phase of build-up. Robert Sanchez, Kuku, Reece James. Because Reece James in midfield also be drop here, but when you say Caicedo, Wesley Fofana, Trevor Chalobah, South first phase, against PAG into me or more our club World Cup anymore. Bayern Munich for Timi or more. Ejiboni di free, almost same ABT Chelsea for South first phase, Bass into me. 83 big games, Chelsea pass PAG test. Wa pass Bassa dear. They went to me and pass it. Bayern Munich dear. If Chelsea pass that phase, nobody could do any war for now because any more for the GD or Honor saying. Came in Patrick Steva was still now coaching in Sistiana.
Coaching him for so long.
Mompana Pumpum Crank say Emperor of David. Monka say Esteva for hurt you. A bit in your say. Okay, see here. While Master one starting game, na Chelsea lose genuinely crowd on the best says the one starting. And what you coach also sometimes you don't want to create controversy. Okay.
Confidence assembly.
Afa.
Yes, in Germany will be free number.
Exactly.
But that's what we are careful.
On some common in name so say you want to be careful. But say no, the entire coach would want to keep a extra while from on the bench and probably come on later on the game and say Pedro Neto is playing very well. I was our side war back in. And I know Garnacho many and Jenna Bonne.
Garnacho this is the man.
And then Kaganacho ye because Jimmy dear me or no me who the ball no see I fuck a crabby no akotumba. Because the reason I make us say Arsenal strength back during Simba Saka combo no. Exactly. No, because Kunde was not doing overlapping. Timber will do. You see, a Jumana Chelsea. Oh, Timber is playing well. Timber Bobo pa. You see, a Jumanoa. And now we are against Chelsea, against Barca Crana. Chelsea supporters ni nyanje wono. And ne nyame aduma kwesiada. E was so oyeno times 3. Because the job is going to be very difficult. And again, Arsenal say bono mo bono. Omonye one way because last season get the ball to the wings. Bukayo Saka cross down far corner kick advantage Arsenal. But and then Arsenal centrally creative from there.
The last that's this last month Omana share and as a man Omana share open play goals
Oh say here in October. I start October 2022. In fact, October 22nd. Na Chelsea more set pieces go share Arsenal. Yeah. Hey, Arsenal alone. Omo set pieces team ampa. Name who overemphasize on it, you are not being fair to them. Because Arsenal, they are playing good football. But set pieces now be kata at the end of more year so.
But good football now we can. When you show Arsenal go good football change Chelsea. In terms of ball no ball now.
Okay, munya be true.
Beba. O munya ball.
No Arsenal are playing well.
Beba eba ball possession. Liverpool play the same Chelsea. You grab ball and pass Premier League. Chelsea at the second. Arsenal Liverpool there first. Omo more passing in your goals in the one we play. Arsenal won near be defensively. Omo better. Chelsea. Set pieces and almost like better. Chelsea. Ball and no can see and pass the ball there fair. Arsenal nyadi and Chelsea.
Because season we the directness ka crack a ball.
Original. And even be Arsenal will change Chelsea. And so we defense better change.
Yeah.
And no was Sadiana
set pieces.
Chelsea. So that's the difference between the two teams. And then Sana in a Yakobo and Castle Chelsea will be able to
be oh, yes, you are not being. Everybody, see, kid. Ye jase ye mo ball no sa. Enye say Chelsea was so bebre che Arsenal.
Oh, yes, so that be patches Arsenal more.
Okay, Matso on come on I say, but a even game. And again, internet Arsenal what added advantage because even without Gabriel Magalhaes, and now Saliba and Henkapi excellent, Saliba and then Mosquera excellent. That's Arsenal team there. Omo Pao, Henkapi is a bad player. What as Omo Ba? Who say who say Gabriel Magalhaes?
Baby, I'm say Arsenal weakness. I'm not going to say about but I think there's some target Zubimendi.
Oh, see. Me who baby I work say the counter press no. Okuta ball check.
The possibilities of which match ball the feelings and
it's the job of Enzo Fernandez to do that. Yeah.
I know we na boy me. We are Zubimendi the na flare. Omuna obi a ball na ball neba. Even a crowd or scale crowd so football left one or the other.
Obapa. Na Califieri crying yes.
So almost our players no muna almost so almost fit almost in crowd ball. That boy no corner obiti me ko tata na jeball na feelings. You ever say can say no Zubiti ma ko hire na jeball no. Because so on person be pass ball say no.
David. Okuta ball ni check. Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
In John me hu so your weakness.
That is when you do
some ball one of your best players.
Yeah.
But say
Tata na jeball feelings. I agree. Especially in their midfield there. Omo mkuta ball ye pa no. I would gidi corner so I obey J feelings same no. Zubimendi, I agree. A very interesting game, honestly. I think say I'm expecting goals in the game. Me patrol Robert. Oh, James, the summer cancer can me say Chelsea into right back. No, James and come midfield. I love you there, Ken. So I'm copy right back on top because you see the kind of partnership as Ami and Sano are bought in big games, you know. Sartre, Rich James, Moise Caicedo, and Enzo Fernandez, you know. Sa partnership.
That's and there's 6 never born between us and
Chelsea.
That's what we are there, Jane. Chouameni de Camavinga.
Oh, na de Camavinga, bro. Chouameni. No, but so we say any of you na ya we. Say Chouameni de Cama de omo born we chiri sisi ya. Omo so ya to ma body o. Na be de. You know but say no. Enuti Madrid for na say project Moise Caicedo next season. But say Chelsea
for so best from. Do it to my
now Akobo Madrid.
Say South American player.
Oh, I'm the South. It's now South for no dear.
South American
Engineer young Mundi and you
Monday.
Oh, the Sanko for no dear. Munya come Madrid ne Barca won't see me stop you. We cannot convince them. You understand? But any day I'm sure say Madrid will definitely give it a try. Maybe next year or two. Any day a bedroom or no Saturday ni basi.
First can come on for Chouameni come on.
Na Chelsea for ma catch us some people. Ah, David, hey, 100 plus Chouameni cry no money.
French international.
Oh, they be found. Create yet it's what na country a ball cap na Chouameni to bench. Money, eh? Or bet me a ball cap no na because a man who con any continue. Kena and Barca Omunya Kef Alaves team no I consider less number of goals in Barca.
Okay.
But as a Barca should Kef I'm expecting say weekend the Madrid Nigeria there I'm not expecting.
Apart from Chelsea game no. Me expect say team can see be unless we be.
Me patro Crystal Palace there. Palace. When was the last time Man U had the ball to Crystal Palace net team? Mun kan ma me hwe.
So much ready.
Be 4 games go crown to me shebi o. Master sa Crystal Palace game ni there.
Say who's back or no. Park in song. Park in the
Man U team meet na fi.
Pass go na go through.
But on say Man U anko Europe. Crystal Palace ebo Conference League. Ya wada na Man U for ada. Crystal Palace boy Europe. Se weekend Man U ntimi an she Palace. Ah o ma ko, o mu tu kwan ko France.